Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. My dear Nigerians, may peace, blessings, and prosperity of God be upon all of you, your family, and your household. If you recall about the program we're running, the Confessions of Adamu Garba series, we thought about discussing the concept of the universe, the sun, and the earth today. Yesterday I did the first series in Hausa, and today is the first series in English. And my intention with this, as I said earlier, is just to create a conversation around the need for us to raise strong, vibrant, prosperous, and harmonious civilization for the entire people of the country, so that we can live harmoniously, united, with love and sustainability among ourselves. I want to discuss about the concept of the universe itself, the sun and the earth, and how they interrelate for the benefit of us, humanity, on the surface of the earth. And for those of us that have studied a little bit of physics, especially around the solar system, you will know that we have so many galaxies of stars, of which the sun is one of the stars. The only thing that differentiates the sun with the other stars is that the sun is actually very closer to us, the earth, than the other stars. Although it's about 93 million kilometers far away from us, but is the closest to us. It's not the biggest star actually. We have a star that was even referenced in the Quran in Surah Al-Najm, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing by the name of Sirius. I'm sure most of you know about Sirius. And it is he that is the Lord of Sirius, the mighty star, which is about 4 times the size of the sun and very, very, very far away, you know. So sun is one of the stars within the galaxy, and of course, around the solar system we have planets that are revolving around it. I'm sure some of the most intelligent among us that understand the astrophysics understand that. And of course, the Earth is one of the planets. We have the Mercury, we have the Venus, we have the Earth, which is the third planet, and that is actually where the dwelling place of humanity is. Now, there is something unique about the heat that is coming from the sun and the light that is coming from the sun. And this heat and light are actually very important to human and animal existence and plant existence on the surface of the earth. Now, if I can still go back to the Quran and reference a verse where Allah was educated by the name of the sun itself and the light that it emits. In Surah Al-Shams, which is the name of the chapter itself, is the sun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Wash-shamsi wa-duhaha. By the sun, that means Allah is educating by the sun and by the light it emits. It means there is something very significant for God himself to educate by the sun and by the light it emits. There are 2 things. Now, what is the chemical composition of the sun? Some researchers have said a lot of things. There are a lot of philosophical theories around it. Plato has his own, Aristotle has his own, Imam Al-Farabi has his own. But where they all agree is that there is a gaseous content within the sun that react to give this very massive amount of light and massive amount of energy that is emitted in form of heat. Is usually hydrogen, you know, within it. But at the end of the reaction on what it emits contain about 4 key elements: the hydrogen itself, the oxygen, the nitrogen, and the carbon. Combination of these 4 key elements are what the sun gives to sustain the living humanity. That's when it comes to the light it emits, not the heat. There are 2 things. The light is coming from it, and the sun itself emits a heat. Now we will discuss about the heat later, When we come to the life of man, which is the second concept that we will discuss, the concept of the creation of man. But that light contains these 4 key elements, and these 4 key elements conform to the normal elements that we know that makes up everything about the earth crust. Of course, the hydrogen is connected with water. The oxygen is connected with air. Nitrogen is connected with earth, and carbon is connected with fire. The earth, the fire, the water, and the air. These primary elements, or matter as it is called, are actually what makes everything the earth's surface. Now, when you come down to the earth's surface, from the galaxies in the universe to the sun, now to the earth's surface, there are so many activities that is taking place around the sun that also give determination about the positioning of the earth, its function, and its usability to humanity. Now, we detect the concept of time as discussed in Genesis 1:1. I'm sure most of you that are conversant with the Bible, in the beginning there was time, and so to the end of it. So it's at the beginning of time. The sun is the perfect determinant of timing and also positioning, geographical positioning of everything, more especially around the earth crust where we live. Now, let's look at this concept together. On the earth, we have 4 key regions in the earth. We have the eastern region, the western region, the North Pole, and the South. So these key areas are actually where humanity dwells. Now, when you look into the composition of this, mostly eastern part of the world is mostly desert. Now, when you come to the west, it's mostly oceans. When you come to the north, it's mostly rocks and mountains. When you come to the south, it's mostly forest. Now, each of these things are actually connected with the concentration of these 3 or 4 fundamental elements: the earth, the fire, the water, and the air. Now, when you discuss the east, which is where desert predominates, is usually very, very hot, and it is usually associated with fire. And when you come to the west, it's actually very watery, so of course naturally is associated with water. When you come to the north, it has high amount of deposit of nitrates, or I can say it, the earth. Now, when you come to the forest, it's also having high amount of air because of the oxygen that the concentration of trees emits. And that's actually what contain the life of humanity on the surface of the earth. And they make a whole lot of sense. From them, you have 4 key seasons. You have the summer, the winter, the autumn, and the springs. And all of them are happening around a certain equator or solstice. All these things we're going to discuss when we come to the life of man. And at the same time, we have all of them are regulated in force. And please mark the key 4 things. Again, when you come to the year have 12 months in it, and each of the 12 months is divided into 4. You have the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter. Again, when you come to the month itself is divided into 4. The first week, the second week, the third week, and the fourth week. In some instances where there are some changes, you may have the 5th week, but a very, very rare situation actually. And if you pack it in a leap, it gives you exactly 4 weeks per month. And if again, when you come to the day 2 is broken into 4. You have 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours. That means you have first 6 hours, 6 hours, which forms the day, and the last 6 hours, which form the night. Of course, again, when you come to the minute, you have 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds downward. So all those things are actually coordinated in such a way that it supports the life of man. There is something unique about these things that deep thinkers were able to understand, and along the line created civilization that became powerful, prosperous, and harmonious for the dwellers of such civilization. So this is just an introductory part of these things. I want you to mark everything I said from this lecture, because definitely as we proceed further, we are going to discuss the fundamental reasons why these are where they are and how are they going to benefit the life of man. Because understanding these things is very fundamental to understanding ourselves as humanity. Everything that is from the galaxies down to the world is actually what composed and made humanity thrive, lives or dies. The concept of almost everything, right or wrong, left, this, family, children, society, community, laws, governance systems, everything is revolving around this well-coordinated, well-perfect, and well-planned systems that is organized by the Almighty Creator himself. Now, there is a connection between we humans and this celestial world, and that connection is what I'm going to discuss extensively tomorrow, so that you will understand the humor surrounding your spirit, your soul, your mind, and your heart that compose in making you as human, and what illuminates you to do the right thing and what condemns you to do the wrong thing, and how you can organize yourself to become a greater part of human society, or refuse to do so and become a worse part of human society. I thank you very much for listening to me today, and I seek the blessings and mercy and peace and prosperity to you and your families. And I pray that all evil that is destined to come towards you get destroyed along the way. And I pray that all the blessings and mercies and peace from God that is descending upon you should cover you up in everything that you ever desire. I believe each and every one of you is a blessing to this country, and I believe you will continue to live to be a blessing and serve as the vehicle of advocating for peace and transparency and prosperity in the life of this world. May God bless you, may God bless your family, and may God bless our leaders, our presidents, and also our governors, and our chairmen, and our councillors, and our members of assembly. May God all bless them, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.